Carly Dawn Milner and Grace Ann Rogers performed with Blakely Berger, right? All right. And then,
good segue.
Tomorrow night will be a tribute to Carrie Norris, who had been a part of every Banjo Extravaganza we've had up till now. We're going to skip Saturday night so as not to conflict with the Jug Band Jubilee. And we'll be back on Sunday for the final night of the Extravaganza with Steve Cooley, Forty Anderson, and our own Banjo Blake Thomas, who is the manager of Surface Noise. All right, I will be passing the hat at some point. Our shows are free, but we do request for this show a $10 to $20 donation. We have 3 performers, 2 of whom have traveled a considerable distance, and the other one who's traveled a huge psychic distance coming over from Indiana to perform for you tonight.
Indiana's great.
Take it back.
I hope to find out Saturday night.
You must know something we don't know.
If you want to know about future events here, such as the Banjo Extravaganza, the easiest way is to follow us on Instagram. We're working on a standalone website, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that, but I will let you know when we get to it. And, if you don't have any cash for the kitty, when I pass it around, I can ATM you. You can give me your card, and I'll put cash in for you if that's how you got to rock it tonight. All right, without further ado, our first performer tonight is going to be Heather Summers, a real favorite of Surface Noise and anybody who's heard her before. And, yeah, let's get to it.
All right.
I see 2 more chairs up there if anybody wants to grab them. Please silence your phones, lest I hulk out on you.
Thank you, John, for letting me borrow your table. Still I'm going to do 4 very different. The first one I'm going to do is Darling Cora. And the lyrics I sing come from the B.F. Shelton recording, which is my favorite. Nervous. Much different when you're just playing at your kitchen table.
We are at your kitchen table. Play on.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. Sorry. Cabling up my floor. But yeah, I've been singing this song in a few past shows, and listening to the lyrics, I keep imagining that Cora is this like ghost, like she's dead, and then she's this ghost. I don't know if that's the actual translation of those lyrics, or if I'm just like making that up myself, but I thought I'd say that before I played it, so you can imagine that too. It's really fun. He's like, get away from my bed. And then there's one word where he says you can, I think he says you can not be another man, but it almost sounds like he's taunting another man. That's what I started singing.
That was the intro.
Because, well, you gotta get warmed up, you know. And my other banjo mentor is George Gibson, and George's thing was that, you know, if you can't sing it, don't play it.
Glad I never heard that.
Just haven't heard that. It's like, you know, when you learn something that you like as a sin, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm sinning. It's like when I moved to Louisville, it's like, oh, people can drink here and still go to church. And not have to hide it. But obviously, we still and George is, so I'm going to sing this to me, this tune here is the old Little Douglas standard. And it's just a great tune for me to get warmed up on. I don't think too hard about the words. But I lived next to George on his farm for quite many years. And every once in a while I'd meet someone from his childhood or something. He went by Buzz. And there was a lady, she was just driving around, she just loved him. And I was spending the night for holiday one day and she was like, I guess you living over on Buzz's place, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. She goes, oh, I just pine for all this. I just pine for it. I pine for it all the time. And I was like, well, how was so? She was like, well, she said, my daddy was Buzz's brother. Haywood was. And she said, and you know, Buzz, they said in school, he was a genius. He had such a high IQ, he was a genius. She said, but you know, Haywood was smarter than him. I was like, oh yeah, she said, you know why? I said, why? She said, because he wasn't afraid to hide his drinking. back in Louisville, and I lived here for a while. I don't think anybody's old enough to know that.
Banjo band.
Went in, he was over here. He had a music store right down somewhere along here. It was called Lonesome Town Records. I remember always wanting to check it out because it said vintage hillbilly, bluegrass music or something like that. Close enough. Country music. And in those days, I mean, I think we were probably the only place I could get anything like that sort of stuff around. And being a homesick hillbilly as I was, you had all that stuff from back home. Sept and Roscoe Hogan. They got me on that two-finger style. Let's see. Which this was the first way I learned to play the banjo was two-finger style. I couldn't with the thing I was doing just now. People around, back home we've readopted that style of playing it. We call it overhand. So now that I've got an audience, I have to let you guys know that. And it's another thing, like one of those things that George Gibson teaches you, that once it gets in your head, when you walk into a store and somebody says, "Oh, you're a claw hammer banjo player," you feel somewhat offended by it. But of course, one of the names that people adapted to back home is drop phone, because Louie Boy was real. He called it drop phone. And a lot of folks, they want to learn drop phone. I have an interesting story that involves. That's for Mike Bukai when he worked at First Quality Music. Does that place even still exist? They had banjos and stuff there. I was really, when I was living here, I was trying to build banjos and stuff, and I was just playing, around, banging around the banjo. And one day I was there, we were in there, and we were talking about overhand banjo. So we don't know, we're using another word. And there was this fella in there, you remember, and he showed us, this old fella, he showed us how to drop phone. And when he told us who he was, he said he was Hobart Smith's grandson or son or something. I don't know if you remember that, but I thought it was pretty cool thing because I knew Hobart Smith. And I always say, the guy that really showed me the drop phone, but I'm not going to do drop phone. I'm going to play a little two-finger song. A couple of them, I'll play pick one and sing them. This is called the Jenny Get Around. And it's also a cool tune. This is kind of a John Morgan Sager version of it. Although a lot of folks play this tune around home. I didn't think Lee would recognize this version of it, but he was able to name it. And some of these tunes are like, they'll have similar names, but from county to county or holler to holler, people play it a little bit different. But this is Jenny Get Around.
Play it
again.
again. That was great.
I'll sing you one now. I'll sing you one here that comes from a guy by the name of Dewey Shepherd. If you don't know who Dewey Shepherd is, there's probably good reasons why you haven't. It never really was like formally recorded. All I know about Dewey is I saw some video of him one time. He had a real archaic fiddling style. Jesse Wells showed me this video. And he said he was from David, Kentucky, and David's right there where I grew up. And he was singing all these songs that he composed himself, that he's quotation marks. But an interesting fact, one day I was talking to my mom about things, and Dewey was a moonshiner. He mentioned that he wrote a song about moonshine. And I was just talking to my mom one day, just casually, I don't know why we was talking about people from the head of the holler or whatever. She said the only guy she knew that lived at the head of the holler was a guy named Dewey Shepherd, who made moonshine and wrote crazy songs.
I love him.
I was like, oh really? Yeah, but they weren't allowed to go around it. People like that, we ain't allowed to go around. You have to watch out for them. But this is one, he said he wrote this. It's called Jack Monroe. I looked up, I tried to find out who Jack Monroe is. I don't know who he is.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna retune. I heard, Heather was up here tuning, and I heard somebody whisper to someone else and say, "That must be a thing."
That was me. I'm learning. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
That is a thing. yeah, they notoriously don't stay in tune, but there's a lot of other tunings that you can play in.
Guitar players can stand to tune a little more.
Play a little tune in this key. So let's kind of retune the banjo a little bit. I feel like I should play some of the Haywood's too, because the way this setting is. I play dance tunes, but no dance. This is one of Lee's. We would play. I'm in charge of carrying the stuff on, so to speak. Lee would tell me every once in a while that it was important that I carry the stuff on. So when I played with Lee and Lee Sexton Band for quite a number of years, and there was always that moment in the set where we had to take a side step, and let Lee just play the banjo, and I'd tune up an open back banjo into this tune. We called it cross key. Other people call it the tumbling gap tune. Passed away last February. And we were able to raise enough money to get him a tombstone this past year. Some nice folks. I was able to put some of my own artwork on Lee Sexton's tombstone. Which they asked for it. Opal, his wife, asked for something banjo related, something coal mine related, which is what she got. It was like they finally got a tattoo from me in a way. Lee would always joke about me working at a tattoo shop. He'd come down and visit the tattoo shop, and he would always offer to help, And then he'd usually tell some kind of joke that would make, like a solar blush or something like that. And we get to pick a tune every once in a while too. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'll play another drop tune here. Let's see. This is another Dewey Shepherd tune here. These are ones I kind of been playing. They're kind of new to me, so I've actually been playing them a little bit. played it somewhere, and then somebody said, "You know that's an old English ballad, don't you?" Try not to get it too depressing. It could go real far south from that last one. This is one of my favorite banjo players of all time. Deceased long before I ever even heard him play. And Banjo Cornet, or Cornet, depending on where you're from. Or who you're talking to. I don't know if everybody's familiar with Banjo Cornet. He was the state representative of Letcher, or not Letcher, parts of Perry County, way back in the late 50s, into the 60s. He wrote a song that he actually played a few songs that he actually was playing for the House of Representatives in order to help get bills passed. One of them you can hear on it's a box set, or it's a record actually. It's an old record called Mountain Music of Kentucky, recorded by a guy named John Cohen who came to the area years ago. Lee met him. Lee has stories about that dude coming. They're not so flattering or whatever for him, but John Cohen did collect a good significant amount of music during that trip, and he recorded Banjo Cornet, then the tune called Old Age Pension Blues, plus Smithsonian. Years later, Banjo Bill's family found some cassette tapes that he had made when they were gone. And it was just him recording when his family was gone. And it was just so full of just interesting stuff, including some outtakes of him playing on the floor of the House of Representatives. They were applauding and everything. And a few speeches that he made. And his speeches were quite moving. But this is a song that Vanderbilt composed. Hence the first line in this one. He says, out on the western plains, many days I spend working for my Congress night and day. Being a politician. And the western plains, I guess he was referring to Frankfurt area. To us, that's the western plains. Well, until you get out to Missouri.
Last time I Wow.
J.D. Wilkes, everybody.
Hell yeah, baby! Kentucky!
John Haywood.
Kentucky!
Heather Summers. David Peabody.
Yay! Brett Ralph! Yay!
And y'all better take you some ginseng root or something before tomorrow night, because we got 3 more killer banjo players tomorrow. It's ladies' night. Our Carrie Norris tribute featuring Julia Purcell, Carly Dawn Milner, and Grace Ann Rogers. Then we'll take Saturday night off, collect our wits about us. We'll be back Sunday with Steve Cooley, 40 Anderson, and Banjo Blake.
Oh yeah!
All right, we got JD and John both have merch. If you got any more money to spare for our performers, our little Eggo waffle thing is on my desk. Hang out for a minute, talk to the performers, buy some shit, fellowship, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
All right, Brett.